Hi first graders. I hope this video finds you doing well today. Our reading focus question for today for your homework is readers ask questions while they're reading a story. So today, during my read aloud, I'm going to be demonstrating what readers do while they're reading books in regards to asking questions. And then you will be able to watch a book read online and practice, and in your own stories, that's something that you can be practicing as well. So let's get started. The story that I'm going to read today is called Gemma and the Baby Chick. And good readers, even before they start reading the book, they can look at the cover of the book and start to wonder some things and question about some things already. I'm guessing that this is Gemma, and I'm guessing that in this story there's going to be some chicks being born. Let's read and find out. It's written by Gemma Barbour. Gemma came home from school and went to feed the chickens. There were 17 gray speckled hens and one fine cock with long tail feathers. All day long they scratched around the farm, eating up the worms and insects. They were waiting as usual by the barn door, crowding around as Gemma scattered the golden grains. She took the egg basket and went down to the hen house. I'm thinking that she's probably going to go collect some eggs from these hens. Gemma lifted the lid of the nest box and found a hen sitting on the eggs. She tried to slip her hand under the warm feathers, but the hen turned her head sharply and pecked at her. Gemma found her mother in the kitchen, cracking eggs into a blue bowl to make a cake. There's a hen sitting on the eggs, and she pecked me. Perhaps she's gone broody. Did it hurt? I'm going to stop for a second. I wonder what that word broody means. Perhaps she's gone broody. Let's keep reading and see if we can find out. Not much. What does broody mean? She may be hatching some chicks. I'll come and look. Together they went out into the fine spring day. The hen in the nest box was staring straight ahead. She pecked at them crossly and would not move. So that's interesting. The hen must be broody. That means she may be hatching some chicks. See how good readers question what they're reading? That makes sense. That's probably why she was pecking at Gemma, because she didn't want her to touch the eggs. Gemma helped her mother touch the broody coop from the barn. The broody coop was a tiny hen house, just big enough for one hen, with a wire netting run fixed to the front. Then they made a straw nest inside and lined it with soft hay. I'm wondering, it sounds like they're getting it ready for these baby chicks that might be coming. Now we must put the hen and her eggs into the coop. If we don't, she'll steal all the other hen's eggs, and she won't be able to keep them all warm. Oh, interesting. I wonder why she would steal all the other hen's eggs. Watch, said Gemma's mother. This is the part she won't like. She pinned down the hen's wings as she lifted her. The hen screeched, and all the other hens took up the cry. Hen stealers, they clucked. Egg robbers. Ooh, that mom is being very brave, picking up a chicken who doesn't want to be picked up right now. The old cock hurried up bravely, but he saw only the woman who fed him each morning and the girl who scattered corn in the afternoon. He paused, uncertain. The hen flapped about, shrieking in the little run. She did not seem to notice the eggs. Leave her, said Gemma's mother. By the time our cake is done, she will have settled down. So they had to pick her up and they had to move her to where she's going to raise her little chicks. Gemma's mother was right. When the hot cake was on the wire rack, Gemma found the broody hen sitting tight on her precious eggs. For 3 long weeks, the hen sat there. Gemma went to see her every day. Even when Gemma stroked her, the hen did not move or peck. She seems to be under a magic spell, said Gemma. The eggs have cast their spell on her, said her mother. One day, the hen started to make soft calling noises. I wonder what that sounded like. And I wonder why the hen would start making noises. She's been so quiet sitting on those eggs. I wonder why she's making noises now. Let's read and find out. Gemma's mother said, she can hear the chicks. She is telling the slow ones to hurry so that they'll all hatch together. Gemma's mother took an egg from the nest, and Gemma listened. It was warm, and a busy chirping came from inside. Could the chicks hear one another? Was it like talking in bed after the light was out? What happens if one is late? She asked. She was often late herself. Her mother smiled. Wait and see. Oh, wow. I wonder if that's really true. If chicks inside the eggs really make little cheep cheep noises that they can hear each other, or that the mother can speak to them or hear them too. So interesting. The next morning, Gemma got up very early and hurried out. She's probably excited. She knew at once that the chicks had hatched. The hen was clucking over a crowd of fluffy balls that ran around her feet. Gemma had expected the chicks to be bright yellow, but these were gray with yellow markings. It was so hard to count the chicks as they scurried about, but Gemma thought there should be more. In the nest, amid the broken eggshells, she found 3 eggs. She took one out, but it was cold and silent. Was it empty? Or was there a chick inside that had been late and was now dying of cold? She gathered up the eggs and ran back to the house. Her mother was writing at the kitchen table. Oh no, I hope that those little chicks are still inside the egg and that they're just late in coming out. I wonder what they'll do to get that egg to hatch. The hen hatched 7 chicks, said Gemma, but some of them were late. A small tear trickled down her cheek. Her mother brushed away the tear. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, she filled the blue mixing bowl with warm water. Carefully, she put the egg in, and one by one they floated to the top. Watch, said her mother. This is the magic part. Slowly, the warmth of the water seeped through the cold shell. Then, suddenly, one of the eggs tipped over onto its side and then back upright. Oh, said Gemma. It moved by itself. The egg rocked from side to side. It made a tiny cheeping sound. You saved it just in time, said her mother. If we keep it warm, it will hatch by morning. Interesting. So I'm wondering if that egg just needed a little bit more time, and by keeping it warm, it should still hatch. Let's find out. Gemma put an old sweater into the basket and tucked the egg into the soft folds and carried the chirping egg to the warm cabinet by the boiler. When bedtime came, the chick had begun to tap on the inside of the shell. Go to sleep, said her mother. I'll wake you when the time comes. Oh, I see a picture. Gemma was dreaming when she felt her mother shaking her gently. Wake up, she said. The chick is hatching. They sat on the landing by the cabinet and watched the egg. The chick had begun to crack the shell from inside. Gemma thought the egg looked lonely. She felt that someone should be loving the chick when it came out into a strange world. Can I hold it? She whispered. Her mother put the egg into her hands and they sat in silence, watching while the rest of the house slept. It seemed to Gemma that they shared the greatest secret in the world. Then the lining split and out came a big yellow claw. It was so unexpected and the egg looked so funny with just one leg sticking out that they both began to laugh. The chick gave a loud chirp and stretched itself suddenly. The egg fell apart and out came not a pretty round ball of fluff, but a wet, gawky little chick, all beak and claws. Gemma stared in wonder at the odd little creature that sat in the palm of her hand. And then she smiled. That, she told her mother, is the cutest, funniest little chick I have ever seen. Her mother kissed her. She put the chick back into the sweater. It needs to be warm while it's drying. Then we must give it back to the hen. Could I keep it for my very own? I wonder if the baby chick, now that he's out, if he needs his mother in order to survive, or if the girl could have it as a pet. Let's read and find out. But Gemma's mother told her that the hen would care for her chicks every moment. You will be at school. Think how lonely your chick would be without brothers or sisters or a mother to look after it. Can I keep it for a day or two? The hen can tell by the smell of them which are her own chicks. She will chase away any other chicks. I must slip this chick underneath her feathers now while she's sleeping. Then, by morning, it will smell like all the others, and she will look after it. Can I come with you? Her mother hugged her. Of course. The dry chick was fluffy and pretty. Gemma carried it in the basket. It was an adventure to be creeping down to the henhouse in her nightgown in the moonlit darkness. You want to put the chick under the hen? Asked her mother. Or will you hold the flashlight for me? I'll do it. She wanted to make the gift herself. Gemma took the chick from the basket, kissed it lightly, and then tucked it into the nest of the soft hay. For a moment it was caught in the bright light, and then it burrowed through the hen's feathers and was gone, seeking the warm and comfortable darkness. Surprised those chicks can survive hidden under their mom's feathers. Think that they would suffocate and stop breathing, but I guess that's the warmest place for them to be. I wonder if the mother chicken is going to accept the chick as her own, even though that chicken hatched inside Gemma's house and Gemma touched it and her mother. Let's see if that chicken keeps it as her own. Gemma and her mother walked back through the warm darkness. Each was busy with her own thoughts. All the trees seemed full of sleeping birds. Only one bird was still awake, and they paused for a moment before they went in to listen to the nightingale singing in the birch trees on the far side of the pond. And that's the end of our story. Oh, the author keeps us guessing and wondering if the mother hen really accepted that baby chick, just like one of her own. So, today, readers, I want you to practice that. As you're reading a story, as mom and dad's reading a story, as you're listening to a story online, practice asking questions throughout the whole story. That's what good readers do.